So let us go back to meditation, and how it relates to our invisible bodies and the various planes of existence. So the purpose of our meditation here is to fuse spirit and matter, the divine and the material. But before that, esoteric teachings gave us a workaround to achieve this faster. One way is to consciously align the personality with the soul, via the antakharana or the thread or bridge of consciousness. After which we can work to build the bridge from the soul to the spiritual triad and to the divine spirit within. We see here the progression of spiritual attainment. By the way, the soul is a mediating or middle principle between spirit and matter. Its essence is love. Esoterically, this is what Christ was referring to when he said, "No one comes to the Father, except through me." So our task in our meditation is, basically, to build this bridge of consciousness between the lower and higher aspect of ourself. Now going to the macrocosm, or on the planetary scale, the same principles are true. There is now an immediate need to create the planetary bridge of consciousness. Higher spiritual forces cannot descend on Earth without this bridge of light. This can only be done through the conscious and voluntary cooperation of all men and women of goodwill, light workers, and travelers in the spiritual path. We can be students of the masters of wisdom already, without knowing about it consciously. Possibly why we are attracted in this kind of spiritual service. So, just like an individual, our planet has a divine spirit, which is called Shambhala, or the center where the will of God is known. Its soul is the Christ or the spiritual hierarchy. And its three-dimensional self is us, humanity, as the counterpart of the mind. The animals as counterpart of the emotional body, and the plants and mineral life as counterparts of the physical and etheric bodies. When the planetary antakharana is finally built, our planet will become a sacred one. We will be liberated from the chains that bound us for a very long time. Some romanticized it by calling it the liberation from the matrix. The world teacher will help us realize the fundamental unity of all life on a planetary scale. Thus, a new Earth, a new Jerusalem will come, a planet of light. To sum up, group meditation is a planetary service activity to build the planetary antakharana to enable a shift in collective consciousness. In the process, we are also benefited on an individual level. Aside from group meditation, there are other advantages of esoteric group work. It is safe to do advanced spiritual practices in a group. Groups can potentially invoke the spiritual masters for guidance through the Deva kingdom. They can't refuse a strong invocative appeal coming from a group of sincere students. As the Christ said, "If 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I will be there." Another spiritual event that is coming is the dawning of the Aquarian age. Aquarius is group-centered. It is characterized by mental independence, collaborating consensually towards some common vision or humanitarian goals. The age of Pisces, or the devotional dependence, blind obedience, or worship of a guru has ended, finally.